It speaks without words, this white skin I wear. Yet I dare not tell you that I have it rough, for white skin cannot have rough life. Hard times cannot be found in white strife. The words drip forth from my mouth, but you are not listening. Only glistening white skin do you see as I wave my hands from side to side and try to abide by the rules within the confines of this white life. My white strife cannot be seen as I bleed forth blood as red as my sister. Black African sister, that is, who finds relief in avoiding the militia, trying to find a picture of serenity. Insanity is all she sees as she lives a life of covered dreams. Meek wife, don't show strife, yet hiding her children of Uganda before the men can turn her child into under the grave in the ground like a slave. His life was paved as he gave his very last ounce of breath to save his little sister from getting raped by the militia, who walk to and fro finding pleasure in power and political status, whose very position pronounces poverty, not peace. And philanthropy is given by my European counterparts, yet it starts and ends as soon as those white friends can jump to the next problem. Leaving my African sister in the hands of another man who seems half human and treats her clan like the garbage I take out every Wednesday, try to play some game of feeling like I'm helping, yet at the first sign of trouble, my white skin runs through the rubble, dodging the puddle of blood that comes from the child soldier whose only option was to fight or die. Yet I lie to myself that all will be well as I run past the shell of a man whose plan was to beg my white friends a seat on the plane that will leave, yet was greeted with only an "I'm sorry" and heaved away from that place. He came face to face with an Uzi that was used. He fell to the ground, shaking from the bullet holes that pounded him with barely a sound, and tore him apart as he darted from the plane that could have feigned love and compassion, yet an apologetic no was all that was showed in this world of fake philanthropy and fashion. But even though I see these problems as pointed as a pin, I beg you to see more than my white skin. Do not define by white, black, yours, mine. My God gave everything to change this way of sin, yet we bury ourselves in defining our skin from light to dark, caramel to vanilla, chocolate to white bread, chalupa to Oreo. Why are we segregating ourselves by talking about the food off the grocery shelves? We speak like we are grown, but we are mere youth if we shackle ourselves just like our friends do when those who died and tried to change our mind have become the rare kind to find. Thurgood Marshall, Emmett Till, Rosa Parks, the ones who started this change in mentality to become a new reality. Their lives were dedicated to, but medicated. You take pills of indifference and are blind with ignorance to the fact that we are more than the skin we are born in. Must we create a new realm of hate and state that the only way we can relate is to wait until we meet those with our fellow traits? Our fate is baited like salmon, and like the phantom, we cannot hold ransom our lives for our face. For this race we won't win if our chins are not held high and we pride ourselves on the lives from which we come. I am German, Hungarian, Scottish, Irish, Dutch. But this you don't see when you look and you touch. I'm not defined by this skin. This thin exterior of epidermis does not create a euphoric bliss. Just like you fight for this, I try to miss all the comments thrown like a fist back and forth between friend and enemy. And punitively I yell and cry to tears the vanity with which we view the color of our insanity. Humanity has been replaced by anonymity as we blend in our feelings of race like a gecko that's found in its hiding place. Oh, I'm blind. I don't see color. Really? Really? In haste, we must show our face and embrace more and taste the trace of racism at the base of our hearts and end this war that begins with this white-skinned face. It speaks without words, this white skin I wear. Yet don't think for a second I dare tell you that I have it rough. For white skin cannot have rough life, right?